All right, so the country is now gearing up for presidential elections
Yay!
in November.
Everyone can't wait, right?
That's why the country's in shambles.
Why is it all just mail votes?
The fuck, are you drunk?
No, I'm trying to be like hip hop.
Oh, that was really that really
that was
connected
good.
with the
That was
youth.
good.
Yeah. So
As
why
a drunk man.
why is it only USPS mail votes and not online votes?
It depends on the state.
Online votes.
No, there people are going in person too, right?
Yeah. They're both open, but it depends on the state. Bro.
Yo,
which state's that?
word.
Can you go in person?
Depends on where you live, bro.
Why is it mail and not website?
Why are you guys appealing to the youth of the 80s?
This is what they love. they can't wait to vote.
They can't wait to vote for us.
That's right.
I'm hip with the cool, and I say no to drugs.
Whoa, that was
You
really
can
sick.
prevent forest fires. Take a bite out of crime.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
I thought your hair was the brain on drugs.
Delicious. Very delicious.
All right, so yes, as we are gearing up for presidential elections, there's a lot talk of like what kind of voters are going to be voting for Biden, what kind of voters are going to be voting for Trump. And I was curious, being Asian American and our company being predominantly Asian American here, what are the Asian American voters doing this year? And
Depends on where they live.
oh, true.
And it depends on what kind of Asians. If they're older Vietnamese, they're voting Republican.
And
If
Chinese.
or if they're.
They just escaped communism.
Yeah, most Southern Vietnamese, older people that are refugees or they came from Vietnam, they lean more right. They're more Republican.
True, you're not wrong because I have a graph here.
Oh, don't even show me. Let me guess more.
Okay. All right, here we go. You said Vietnamese, Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Correct.
Ding ding ding.
Filipino,
Yay.
Trump or Biden?
That's questionable because age group, older guys, probably Trump, younger Democrat.
Who likes to sing more?
If I had to choose one, majority, if I had to choose one, Democrat.
Ding.
Correct.
Ding, 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 ding. Asian. What is Asian?
Asian American.
Asian American. Asian American.
Biden.
Correct. Chinese.
Trump.
No.
Wrong.
Oh, sorry.
So wrong.
Okay, I fucked up.
It's a 50-50.
I know.
It must be not Biden.
Obviously, it's Biden.
I have to say, the amount of don't knows there is 23%.
Yes,
That's a lot.
Chinese people actually rank the highest,
a
and
lot.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't care.
Oh, it's
I don't
because
know.
you know why?
I only care about
I think
money.
we have to divide up the Chinese to mainland Chinese, new immigrants, and we have to think about Chinese that's been here since the gold rush days.
Like the Canton.
There's a huge Chinese community. The Chinese community in Arizona that they have a big Republican following, and that's why I thought Trump. But there's also a lot of Chinese Americans on the West Coast who are more left. So yeah,
Question.
but I got them all right except for that one.
True.
Is there more?
Yeah, Korean.
Oh,
Three more. Korean.
Biden.
Yes. Japanese.
Biden.
Yes. Asian and Indian. Asian Indian.
Oh, Asian Indian? Oh wow, I don't know. I'm assuming Biden.
Very Biden. They ranked the highest, 65% Joe
I only
Biden.
got Chinese wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
Hiya!
That's not that good though.
Can I ask my question?
Very bad.
Yes. What's your question?
So for every ethnicity, they are American, like citizens, or
I think it's like immigrants. Like all these were immigrants,
Wait,
and then
what?
Asian. Like they have a category for Asian Americans.
No,
These are all just the American.
Those are what they
what does
identify.
the top say?
Yeah.
Can you hear about the upcoming November election for president? If the election.
Why does it say Asian American?
Yeah.
No, but it
what's up
says
with that
Asian
one?
American Advancing Justice, organization.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but why have one just for Asian American? Is this
But
like
they can
the-
vote.
Identify.
Yeah, they can vote.
Oh, it's all these mixed together.
Could be the average of all of them.
That makes sense. That
So
makes sense.
Asian Indian American is what. That's the.
Just in general, Asian Americans are like, yo.
Because you have to be a citizen to vote, so everyone's a citizen.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's a citizen. But then So
Or why would we be tagged?
That is a dumb
your
question.
question might
Once you
be,
think about
but your
that.
question might
That's
be
true.
new immigrant versus like
That's kind of
how many generations have you been in America?
That's what I was trying to get at, but my actual question is answered by that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it seems like Asian Americans are predominantly Democratic this year, and that is actually this is an interesting take here because I have a graph from 2016, and
Shit.
Asians were even more Democratic then.
Whoa.
So there's more conservative.
Yes,
Trump's
so
gonna
there
win.
is actually a slight shift towards Republicanism.
Trump's gonna fucking win.
You think so?
I do think so, because that kind of shift is crazy. That's 4 years. That's 4 years.
Yeah, so this is 2016.
You know where the Democrats fucked up the hardest?
Not putting Yang on there because all the Asians would
I
vote for
agree.
him.
I loved Yang. I loved Yang. But you know what they fucked up is in 2016 they said if you give him the nuclear code, it's gonna blow up the whole world, and all he had to do is not blow up the world. How crazy is that? They're so stupid doing that shit.
That was so easy.
Yeah, it's the easiest fucking test you could pass.
That's funny.
The party's like killing themselves right now.
Yes.
Especially, well, with all the controversy, like they snubbed Bernie, you know, with the
Hardcore.
first election.
Twice.
And then people were just like, hold up, like Hillary stole that one, right? And then they did it again. And then they just, right in front of our faces, you know nobody wanted fucking Biden.
No way.
Everybody else wanted Bernie or like...
Or even as the number 2, if you're gonna, okay, we all know maybe Biden could be dead in the next couple of years. Who knows? Because he just doesn't seem to be all there.
Yeah.
Why get Kamala Harris? Give Bernie the slot, but they didn't, obviously.
And he's obviously the more popular and...
By far.
Do we know why Bernie was just snubbed like that?
I don't think he's an establishment candidate. So here's the thing. I think the Democrat. Okay, so corporatists, right? They only have control through the old guard politicians. And obviously, in the Republican Party, if there is a standing president, they're not gonna take him down and replace him with another Republican. They're gonna keep him in there. So it's kind of like for the next 4 years, they're kind of fucked with Trump in that position.
It's like replacing Bush with Cheney.
So like corporatists are like, he's not playing ball with us. So the only fighting chance we have to restoring order the way that we see fit is throwing Biden up there, who will play ball because he's been in office and he has the highest chance because they're also thinking about, okay, so who's most likely to win the votes of people who wanted, like how it was during the Obama generation.
Yeah.
Well, let's give them a piece of the Obama administration, which is Biden, and to them, it's like a good memory of how things used to be, right? So they're like, he's the candidate that will play ball, he knows the game, and then so let's put him in that
Wall
place.
Street loves him.
Right.
The credit card companies love him. Delaware loves him. Barclays loves him.
Big time. So I think in that sense, it makes sense. Where Bernie is a wild card.
Exactly.
Bernie is anti-establishment. He'll come into the game.
He doesn't want corporate money. He doesn't want PAC money.
He really wants to change America.
That's
He's not corrupt enough.
He can't be corrupted. So that's why Hillary will play ball. Biden will play ball. All these people will play ball. And then so they're like, let's make it work. So then our camp will win.
So the most ironic thing, though, is that they said, okay, well, Biden was going to be the nominee, and then to bring the Bernie people into the fold, they said, you know what, we're going to let you help us with the party platform. And then the first thing the Bernie people brought in from the Bernie campaign, they said, we don't want corporate money. And the Biden people were like, fuck you. And
take
that was the first thing that got stricken down.
Oh, well, weren't they supposed to collaborate?
They were supposed to, but then after that, the game was set. It was like, well, we'll just like say we're for the Green New Deal and we won't implement anything. It's all good.
So, for the Democrats, then they would rather say Biden doesn't win. You think they would rather see Trump be reelected than to see Sanders have been a potential president?
Yes, because the media knows that Bernie is anti-establishment and Trump will at least generate clicks as fuck for them and for their advertisers. If you think the media doesn't want Trump to win, you're not paying attention. The media wants Trump to win. Like, they can't wait for all those clicks. Trump has saved so many newspapers from fucking going out of business because...
He made politics kind of like worth like listening and watching.
Made it juicy. You want to tune in and watch.
He made it interesting for the average person to
Jeff
want to watch.
Zucker was literally sending Trump debate prep in 2016. Google it. Like, Jeff Zucker, by the way, is the CEO of CNN. So this isn't exactly like new shit. This is old shit. But there's a reason why CNN, all those guys, MSNBC, they were all pushing Trump hard.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I don't know what
Well,
I'm
he
looking
calls
at.
them fake news.
Jeff Zucker.
Jeff Zucker, Trump debate prep. 2016.
Well, he calls them fake news.
Exactly. It's a game.
It is a big
It's
fucking
juicy.
game.
Drama is
Yeah,
juicy.
it's fun if you see it that way.
But they're also playing with people's lives, and that's why people
Plus
feel sad.
scary.
Yeah, that's why people feel sad about it.
Don't offer debate.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be part of your fucking game. Go on the
There's an audio call. You can listen to
Game
this
over there
shit.
that doesn't affect me.
Yeah, go over there.
Well, I mean, what was it about? Really?
Oh, yeah, how Asian
how people are
Americans-
voting,
There
right?
was another, or off camera, but the tweet thing, like how they actually wrote like plus percentages of like how much more they have changed from 2016 to 2020.
Oh, yeah.
It's the other photo I gave you.
Oh yeah, here we go. What is this, Tiff? You found this photo for me. This says Trump's gains with Asian Americans according to API and NAAS from 2016. Oh, here we go. Numbers.
So Vietnamese gained 15%.
15%.
More in the Republican realm.
Yes.
Indians plus 12, Koreans. So everyone went up. Except for Chinese, they went down 15.
I think it was all the coronavirus stuff maybe for Chinese.
True.
I
he lost
feel-
that.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the Asians, though, if you're Vietnamese and you support Biden, that is really fucked up because Biden didn't support the Vietnamese refugees being rescued in America. He was opposed of that policy. He campaigned against it. He didn't want Vietnamese people to come here and seek refuge. He was like, let's keep them in Vietnam. That's their problem. And it's recorded and it's out there too. And on top of that, he didn't want mixed integrated schools and all that
Yes,
stuff.
that's part's crazy.
And to me, I'm like, it's not about right or left. It's about liars and even bigger liars. And it's like, he's no friend to minorities.
You know what I think, because all that stuff was like way back when, right? When Biden was making those comments decades ago. And something that you can, at least I've never seen politicians do, is own up to their bullshit and be like, yeah, that's how I felt before, but this is how I actually feel now. Like, you never really see any genuine
That would be
conversation.
refreshing
That would
if
be
they did
awesome.
that, yeah.
Because people
Ever.
change. And he could have been like, yo, I was wrong.
But doesn't that show a sign of like flip-floppy and kind of weakness? Because it's all like perception, right? Like, I agree it would make them human and more vulnerable, and now you have this connection, but I think if you, I don't know, I feel like people can really twist that, manipulate it into being something that's very weak. Like, do you want your president to like make these types of mistakes with your life?
And that's the sad part about like this whole debate thing. You know, like in debate they have like names for tactics. I'm just making this up, but I'll be like, oh, he's busting a Susan B. Anthony right now. You know, it's like they're having like special tactics for what they're doing. So they're almost playing the game of debates rather than actually like having a strong argument or building, this is who I am, I fucked up. So instead of being real, they're just playing like the technicality of the game.
Yeah, because just recently, because I don't really touch this whole politics stuff, but Casey was showing me this one debate with, who was it? Tulsi?
Tulsi Gabbard versus
favorite.
Kamala Harris.
I love that shit.
Kamala Harris.
And I was like,
my
she
God.
didn't answer anything. She didn't address
She
it
had the
at
most
all.
guilty
Like,
face I've ever seen.
So like Tulsi
on
kept
a
telling
stage.
her like, well, when you were a prosecutor, like look at your numbers, like you put all these people in jail and like that affected the community. Like, what do you have to say about that? And she was just like, well, you know, my entire career I actually did a lot of great things, but not actually the thing that she's talking about.
Yeah, what
So
about the
that's
guy on
so
death
annoying.
row that you didn't care
That
about
one.
putting him away for?
Yeah.
That's what she was talking about. And by the way, did you see the veteran who went against Biden recently? Who was like, yo, Joe Biden, I have family members who died going to the war. I went to these stupid fucking wars that you voted for. And then Joe Biden's like, you know, my son, he served. And Joe Biden's son, by the way, he served in like 2008. He died of cancer when he was well out of the military in like 2013, years later. But nobody fucking can put those two things together, especially in our media. Thanks for that, guys. So he's basically saying, my son died in that war, but he didn't. And so that's the bullshit that they're able to conflate those two things to make political hay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So get out there and vote, guys.